Humans are too stupid to prevent climate change, said 9 years ago the globally respected environmental thinker and independent scientist James Lovelock, who developed the Gaia theory. I don't think we are yet evolved to the point where we are clever enough to handle a complex situation as climate change. The inertia of humans is so huge that we can't really do anything meaningful. Lovelock blames inertia and democracy for a lack of action. Inertia because too many people wait for a savior who is going to deliver them miracle solutions. And a lack of action because most do not want the economy to fall apart, especially politicians and CEOs, and think they can prolong their merry ways a little bit longer. But how realistic is this? That is why we need degrowth, for and by we the consumers. No matter how we look at the picture, from transport to housing, to food production and fashion, most industries are behind the ecological breakdown, and we are the ones fueling it as consumers. One does not need to wonder too much to see why every single sector of industry is contributing to the malaise, harming our ecosystems to no end. And this faulty thinking goes way back into time. We must stop pretending that we can bend nature to our own will and re-embrace our connection with the natural world instead, because we are part of it. We previously stated that any argument made from a climate change perspective shifts away the attention from the real problem, and which is overproduction and overconsumerism. So instead of being obsessed with articles telling us about the ever-increasing ecological hardship inflicted by the climate, the fact is that we should be bombarded by grassroots campaigns about the virtues to live more frugally and seriously prepare for degrowing the economy. Part 2 of this series gives insightful tips as how we can do this at our own level, since our system favors money creation, hence Wall Street shareholders, over human well-being. Trying to maintain endless growth with renewable will equally further the destruction of the planet. The solar system belongs to the Milky Way, Earth belongs to the solar system, and every living creature belongs to Earth. The entire universe is an organism, as much as we can witness today the importance of gut health, requiring an harmonious balance between trillions of bacteria and microbes regulating our bodies. The ancient tradition practiced in Alexandria mystery schools referred to such a symbiotic correlation between heavens and subparticles as the principle of correspondence. Plato and Pythagoras, for example, perfectly knew this. Manly P. Hall once wrote that the supreme human purpose is the perfection of man, and this must come first, and when this end has been achieved, all the good things will inevitably follow. There are many reasons why this knowledge was dismissed as pseudoscience for so many centuries, and we shall keep this topic for another video clip. But interestingly, René Descartes, the famed physicist, lauded for saying, "I think, therefore I am," so humans separate from and superior to nature and non-human animals, and which could be exploited at will. René Descartes and his followers were hugely influential in shaping our current perceptions about human and animal identities in the West. Since Descartes, materialistic science have worked toward a day of reckoning, and now needs to be urgently replaced with holistic and regenerative thinking so that we can reassess all academic fields rightfully, and philosophy and psychology as well. But ultimately, the degrowth movement will have to remain a bridge towards a money-free world, because once society begins to experience the real advantages of consuming less, working much less, a circular and an access economy, while on top of that realizing the direct health benefits of such a lifestyle, there won't be any way back, as people will be smart enough to self-govern, and money will therefore become obsolete and eventually disappear. We basically do not need money, and never did, because the real currency is human energy and cooperation, motivated by the greater good and the preservation of biodiversity. The philosophy is poised to become the new teachings in all elementary schools around the world, and that will end monetarism forever. And if this seems like an utopia for the time being, we have to keep in mind what led us to this impasse in the first place. Centuries of misconceptions and fallacies that now need to be abandoned, as there is any other option left on the table but which of collaborating with nature and in the long run implementing a resource-based economy. The main objective of Earth Custodians is to promote the shift in awareness using various banner ads on the web, starting by the end of next spring. We sincerely hope that you will join our crowdfunding.